Welcome, everybody. My name is Howard Snow, and this is the Salisbury Community Band. Thank you very much. Today was one of those hard days to decide whether to be inside or be outside at first. And I kept watching the weather over and over again. Every place I looked was a different forecast. So I went with the local forecast that said that we might have some rain today. They weren't sure, depending on how that front came through. But anyway, we're here, and it's dry, and it's cool. I want to welcome you. I'd like to welcome our vocalist, Mr. Ben Revis, who'll sing Star Spangled Banner. Ben? I'd like to turn the program over to our announcer, Mr. Tom Heyman, Chairman of the Board for Salisbury Community Band. Tom?
Hi. Welcome, everyone. We appreciate your finding us wherever we end up based on the weather gods. So here we are. We're always grateful to be here in the church. And we have an unfortunate opportunity tonight. Earlier this month, we lost a good friend and colleague, Frank Mahoney. So we're dedicating this concert to him in his memory. And he is a friend and colleague to many of us up here on stage. And he was a member of this ensemble for many years. He also was a lead of the Delmarva Big Band for, I think it was around 20 years. Lead sax player, conductor, arranger, narrator, singer. And also we also have a good friend and colleague in his wife, Jane. And we miss her as well. And I understand she may be seeing this broadcast. We certainly hope so. And I could go on and on about both of them, but I remember the best short description I heard of a good musician that you want to be a friend and colleague with is great player, nice guy. Jane and Frank were both of that and so much more. So Frank, if you can hear us, this one's for you. I promised we'd play, so here we go. Our first number is Fanfare Esprit, which is described as a thrilling, spirited musical experience, and we hope you find it to be so. Thank you. Well, our next number is known to all of us, is highlights from Grease, one of the most popular musicals of all time. We have a fun medley. Grease Lightning, Born to Hand Jive, Summer Nights, and We Go Together. And we encourage singing along. We don't judge. So, enjoy. Grease. Okay, next we have the Children's March. And come on, kids, up front. All right. Miss Davis up there, she's holding the flags. Here comes another one running up. Love the enthusiasm. And another one. All right, we've got a lively group tonight. A very small group. Come on, there are others out there. We can see you. Oh, and did I mention there's no age limit on children? Children of all ages, all right. Some progress. You get a flag. You get to keep the flag, by the way. Are we okay? We're ready to go? Okay. When you think of the circus, this is the march that comes to mind. Entry of the Gladiators is also known as Thunder and Blazes. It's a military march composed in 1897, and then it was arranged for a small band called Thunder and Blazes, and that was the one when it gained popularity as a march for circuses, often used to introduce clowns. Well, we're going to use it for our children's march. Entry of the Gladiators. Well done, everyone. Go ahead.
Our next piece is Stardust, and our lead tenor sax, Todd Rittenberg, is going to be the soloist, but first he'd like to say a few things about Frank.
Good evening. Thank you very much for being here. I thought it would be appropriate to say a few words from the saxophone section, considering that Frank was such a key part of our section for so many years. For those of us that had the privilege of playing with him, rehearsing with him, performing with him, to say that he was the most fun person to have in a section is the biggest understatement. And for those of us who study music seriously and have devoted our lives to the process of making high-quality music, one of the most valuable lessons I always took from him, not through his words, but by the way he handled himself, was to make sure that you're doing it because it's fun. That's what got you started in this business in the first place. And sometimes we can lose sense of that in all of the chaos of all the things that go into putting something like this together. So we miss Frank, and we think of him all the time, and we thank you all for being here and to honor him as part of that process. Thank you.
You may have recognized that. That was Stardust. Beautiful performance in honor of Frank, and the many times he played that so well. Okay. Next up, we have Big Band Bash. Medley brings us back to the golden age of the big bands, featuring Artistry and Rhythm, Tuxedo Junction, Moonlight Serenade, Take the A Train, and 1 O'Clock Jump. Thank you. And let's get back in the time machine and go forward this time to Crazy Train. Ozzy Osbourne passed away on Tuesday, July 22nd of Parkinson's disease, and this, of course, is in his honor. His biggest hit, arranged for bands, one of the most popular and recognizable rock anthems of all times. All aboard the Crazy Train. Thank you. If you enjoyed that, you might want to keep your seatbelt fastened, because next up is Instant Concert, an amazing novelty tune presenting 30 separate well-known melodies in the space of 3 minutes and 10 seconds, including symphonic themes, opera themes, folk songs, spirituals, marches, and even one loud grunt. This is Instant Concert. Okay, next up, we have God Bless America. Is Ben going to be our vocalist? There he is. Here again, Ben Reeves. Revis. So many people to correct me. It's wonderful. I rely on it. Okay, God Bless America, composed by Irving Berlin, right? Famous melody, arguably one of the most popular patriotic songs of all time. Please join in singing when indicated to do so. Ben and all of you out there. Beautiful work. And, let's see, I think this is our last one. Is that correct? No. If I turn the page. Yes, there we are. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay? All right, I'd like to introduce the former band director of Salisbury University, Bennett Senior High School, and this organization, Salisbury Community Band, Charlie Smith. Charlie, please stand up. Yep, right there. What?
Charlie, you want me to introduce the tune? Okay, thank you, sir. I wait till he tells me. Okay. We are going to play Anchors Aweigh, the fight song of the United States Naval Academy, and strongly associated, of course, with the United States Navy. And how appropriate, because if I remember correctly, you were in the band you were in the Navy, I know that.
Naval Academy.
At the Naval.
I was not a member of the Naval Academy band.
Okay,
The number 2 band in the Navy.
okay,
One band in D.C.
okay.
I was stationed with them for 2.5 years. And we played drum machines. I marched John McCain back and forth to class. That's how old I am. Sorry. Well, Anchors Aweigh is one of the beautiful service songs. There's one for every service, and this one is special to me, of course, because I spent my time in the Navy. Also met my wife while I was in the Navy. Married that lady, took her to Louisiana for a lot of years, and we came back up here and settled in Salisbury in 1963. That's a long time ago. So here we go with Anchors Aweigh.
Charlie keeps telling me for the last 3 years he's retiring. I said, it sounds like you've been telling me the last 6 years you've been telling me you're going to retire. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Are you going to stay with us for the final? America the Beautiful is up next. Rich musical legacy of Carmen Dragon includes this iconic arrangement of America the Beautiful. We hope the color and nuance creates a gorgeous setting for a popular anthem. We hope that you will enjoy this.
I've been here since, my gosh, when did my wife and I come here? 1963. Yeah, thank you. Is that my son? Oh, Lordy me. He's been trying to keep track of me for a lot of years. What's it like, 65, 70? No, 61, okay. Well, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful experience to be the conductor of the Salisbury Community Band. and the Saltburn State Band. And of course, when I started in 1972 with the James M. Bennett High School Band, which is a new school. It had opened 1 year before as a junior high school, and for some crazy reason they changed their minds and they wanted to make it a high school, and I was looking for a job and I got it. And I've been in Salisbury ever since, and I sure wish my wife was here. Lost her 3 years ago, but she was a big help. She was an Annapolis girl, so you know what? She was something special. So thank you very much for letting me have this opportunity. And Howard, a former student, not only at the college, but at high school too. I had this guy. Oh, Lord. What do you think about that? You're his wife. What do you love it? Oh, my gosh. What did you say? I know she loved it. Yeah, okay. All right, thank you very much. I'm going to try to get down these steps if somebody help.
Thank you so much, Charlie. Great job as usual. Former student, I wonder how many people can use that title in referring to this gentleman. Okay. I have a lot of folks to thank. Although we're not in the bandstand, we are grateful to Mayor Randy Taylor and the City of Salisbury Field Operations, Scott Roberts, Director, and Chris Ford, Assistant Director, and all the workers who maintain the bandstand for those times when the weather cooperates and we can actually use it. We are a 501c3 corporation. We appreciate the people who made that possible. And we do accept donations as a 501c3 organization. And there is a bucket that made the trip around, but if you missed it, it's going to be out in the hall. So if you'd like to support this organization, we are all volunteers, of course. We do this for love, and we have minimal expenses, and we appreciate your support in buying music and equipment and various minimal expenses that we cannot avoid. We do appreciate Mr. and Mrs. Melvin Green. All the equipment lives in a trailer, and they store that equipment trailer through the year. Kim Watson was our flag leader, of course. And a church called Christ is such a wonderful, wonderful venue for us. We're so grateful for Tom Robinson and Kim Dayon, who are back here that handle all the AV and the arrangements. And make us feel welcome. Transportation and equipment managers, again, the name Kim Watson comes up. Mr. Buck Burton, and I need to recognize the hardest working man in this organization, and that is Mr. Howard Snow. He is what you see here is the tip of the iceberg. Our summer series is 6 unique concerts, and he puts together a mix of old and new music, and then he matches the musicians that he needs to play the music. He matches the available musicians to the music and the available musicians to the music. And we get one rehearsal on a Thursday night, and on Sunday we come and perform for you. And it's all under his guidance and leadership. And we love it up here. You just saw one of our he's got to have the oldest record for participation in the band. We have others who are over 50 years, like Howard Snow, for example. And, we have a mix of professional musicians and people who play in this band only. And this represents an investment of time and energy. You have to be able to play an instrument to a certain degree of competence. It takes hours of time in a room, usually by yourself, and we do it obviously because we enjoy it and we love it. But what really makes the circle complete is to have people come and enjoy it and hear us, and for that we are grateful to you. So please give yourself a round of applause, and we'll join in. This is our last concert of the summer season. We expect to be back in January, late January, early February with our winter concert. So thank you so much. Safe drive, and see you in the future.